It was a day of remembrance for those gathered at the footsteps of the Lincoln Memorial to commemorate 150 years since the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation.
Slavery was an affront to human dignity.
Congressman John Lewis is the son of farmers and his ancestors were slaves. He's the winner of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. For him, this anniversary has significance beyond words.
It tends to dramatize that after 150 years that a son, a grandson, a great-grandson of a slave can grow up and be honored by presidents of the United States, including an African-American president, and serve in the Congress. It says something about the distance we've come and the progress we've made as a people.
Edward Ayers, a history professor at the University of Richmond, says the best way to explain the history of slavery and the U.S. Civil War is to get everyone in the story.
The fact is that it took everybody to make this happen, right? And if you don't have a leader such as Lincoln who's willing to take all these chances, it doesn't happen. If you don't have an army to actually carry it through, it doesn't happen. But if you don't have the enslaved people showing their longing, their desperation, their determination to be free, it doesn't happen.
We have a live audience today from schools and colleges and universities.
Ayers spoke in a discussion streamed live to students around the country, like those gathered at George Mason University near Washington. Student Brittany Passmore soaked up the lessons of the day.
So when they talked about Abraham Lincoln using this as sort of a political move, I think it's interesting to compare it now to the political moves today in respect to the election that's coming up.
Hollywood actress Alfre Woodard read from a slave woman's memoir written in 1861.
Slavery is terrible for man, but it is far more terrible to a woman. Oh, you happy free women!
For Woodard, the Emancipation Proclamation is not just a document.
It is the beginning of America really becoming America, and so that's a big celebration that belongs to all of us.
That lesson was not lost on the students here.
To have the opportunity to be able to understand the full impact that it has had on the entire nation, and not just slaves, makes it a more, formidable piece of history.
The proclamation originally freed only the slaves in rebel states during the Civil War. But many historians say Lincoln's original handwritten document, which rests in the National Archives, was the first step in a long process of expanding civil rights to all Americans. In Washington, Mariama Diallo, VOA News.